He's a father, a brother and icon to those that know him. A man that has the gift of advice to those that respect what he says. A man that will not sugarcoat anything. You can agree or disagree, but he is just someone who gives out great advice. Let's Talk About It is the name of the show. Here is your host, Racheal.
How's everybody doing out there? We'll get started here in a minute. Alrighty. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody doing all right? Y'all getting a real treat today. Usually don't wait to do this shit until Saturday, really. Okay. Hope everybody's doing good today. Back on this weekday work grind. Shout out to everybody who's listening on Buzzcast, Facebook, wherever else you listen to me from. So, we have, as I said the other day, the follow-up to the family tree, more like a family traffic jam, part 2. Miss Racheal was, I think. She's the one that wrote me. I don't forgot the lady's name, y'all. That's just bad. In any event, she heard the show. Some good, some bad, some whatever. But in any event, we're going to get right into it because she's written me a response. And as I said, this response was so long, hopefully we'll be able to get through it. But for those of you guys who don't know, this was a young lady who was dating her mom's ex, and which I got a lot of, not really flack from it, but a lot of people were saying that she was wrong. I think more people were on, not really my side because it's not me, but they were on the side of just saying that I think it's wrong to date your mom's ex. Even though he knew her when she was in high school, which I kind of thought was kind of disgusting, but I don't know. it was kind of disgusting to me, because how can you know somebody from high school and you dated her mother, but now you're dating the daughter, and then the daughter's best friend, which is now pregnant by this gentleman, also tried to hit on the best friend's mother, if that makes any sense to what I'm saying. So it's weird. It's all weird. It's all bad. In any event, let's get into it, shall we? Let's not prolong this any longer, because it's quite a response. I called the episode a Web of Lies Part 2, but then again, we're going to have Family Tree, more like a Family Traffic Jam, Part 2 of this letter. And this is the response, is what I've gotten. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and read and get this thing going. Icon, thank you for your response. Though it wasn't what I was expecting, I guess I have some growing up to do. So I listened to the show, listened to some parts more than once. It definitely got me thinking. I first want to say that I did tell my mom who I was dating, and you were right, she was pissed. Of course she would be. Why wouldn't she be? I mean, you know, it's just crazy. It's crazy work. At first she thought I was joking, and then shit got real. I mean, really quick. I mean, I've never seen my mom get so mad, not even at my father, except when she found out that he was gay and caught him in the act. Don't worry. It wasn't in our home, but at a hotel in the next town over. Jesus, did we even get this part in the last one? I don't know. But Icon, we had a long chat about this, and though she explained how she met him, as I explained before, the crazy thing is I met Ron before while I was dating my mom, and he even lived with us for a short period of time. My mom explained to me that while I was in high school, I didn't really pay much attention to him. He didn't pay much attention to me because let's face it, I was in high school. My dad moved out just before I started high school. So my mom shared with me that they must have dated while I was in high school. To be honest, Icon, this was all a bird of me, because frankly, I didn't give a shit, as most teenage daughters wouldn't. I was trying to hang out with friends, live my best life during high school, and damn, did I, LOL. But she said she hired Ron when we was first starting out, even though he was a custodian or sanitation worker at a dealership. And I thought to myself that this is not ending. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. But I think my mom wanted to forget about him because of what he did to her. She said that he intended to cheat on her with Esther, my best friend's mom. Talk about a shitstorm. This guy was clearly the worst, but Esther didn't get down like that, because she truly valued my mom and her friendship, and they have a lot in common, more than you think. You see, my dad and my best friend dad were the ones that was hooking up. God damn, this sounds like a whole Jerry Springer show. Like twinking, fudge packing, or sword playing. You get it, Icon. Yes, I get it. I hope my viewers get it too. But Esther stayed true to my mom's friendship. And I know what you're going to say, Icon. I already know, but I'm not finished. I'm not mad at my dad at that moment. I was, because my mom was a very attractive woman. And I thought, why would my dad turn gay and risk it all? And boy, he did. He luckily he had a good job. Jesus. The divorce was so weird again. I didn't understand any of it. But I know my mom well, I know my mom is well taken care of, even though she also works. So when all this happened, my mom said after meeting Ron, she too went to his home, poured her heart out. Sound familiar? Yeah, it does. But Icon, get this. He lived in an RV, which is also the place where he worked. You know the rest. Of course I do. So I thought to myself that Ron was truly an asshole, and I really didn't want anything to do with him. So my mom shared that for a short time that he lived with us while he was still working as a custodian and a PI. But again, I didn't really say much or pay attention to him, because maybe that's how I found out his business card in later time, because it was like things in my junk drawer. I don't know. but also made amends with Angela, and she told me how she and Ron met. She met him at the doctor's office where she worked, and he was there getting a DNA test for, oh my God, get this, for a paternity test. Jesus, this guy just really gets around. Talk about a Rolling Stone. This guy was really, really the worst. He was there getting a DNA test for paternity from the courts. And yes, Icon. He came in looking like 100K, but turns out that he's definitely full of shit because, like, literally full of shit. He told Angela he was there to see if he was a match to donate a kidney to his nephew. Of course, Angela thought that this was so sweet of him. They went and had coffee and started talking. Okay. I'm not even going to get into the specifics of the conversation, but eventually they had sex. And she gotten pregnant. And this is how disgusted I was with Ron. I mean, the nerve of this flipping guy. So when I asked her what did he say to her when she told her mom about Ron, oh, Icon, she said her mom saw nothing but death coming out of those eyes and that she truly wanted to take Ron out. Yeah, I get that. I think at this point, she is watching that show, How to Get Away with Murder. Yeah, I remember that show. It's a good show. I mean, I don't caught a few episodes of it. But Viola Davis plays in that show. But anyways, get back to the letter. But I think she was just about to play, but Angela seemed like she just thinks she wasn't. Wait, what? But I think she was just play, but Angela seemed to think that she wasn't. So after her mom cooled down, she dealt with another fatal blow by telling Ron that she was pregnant with Ron's baby. And let's just say How to Get Away with Murder plot was just back up and running. I'm sure it was. So her mom was pissed. Mom was so pissed she stayed mad. Says her mom was so pissed that she stayed at my mom's house for 3 to 4 weeks until her mom cooled down. But she told me that her mom wasn't mad at her. She was more pissed off at Ron, which I can understand. So after the dust settled, the news of me being pregnant was mildly contained. But wait, you or your best friend? Okay, the news of her being pregnant was mildly contained. But then that's when Ron had showed back up in the town. And because he was just there, was just one thing that Angela didn't tell her mom, that she was engaged to Ron. So the hits just kept coming. Miss Esther said, the hell with it, you're a grown-ass woman. Live your life the way you see fit. At this point, she told Angela that Ron was not welcome in her home and that he needed not to show up because trespassers will be shot on sight. Yeah, I definitely understand that. But I knew Miss Esther. She was not playing. Turns out she hunts for sport like deer, waterfowl. I don't know what the hell a waterfowl is, but whatever. Anything else that she could hunt. So I think he took it seriously because Miss Esther is also a taxidermist. Damn. Why would you want to date somebody like that? In any event, says a lot about her. So after I told Angela what happened between me and Ron and how we met, she cried, I cried, as well as I apologized to her for the high school incident. I was wrong, and I should have trusted her more as my best friend. More and not let her boyfriend and not let that negative bullshit get to me. But Icon, it's my own fault. I think it's what I see in my mom's and just started putting up barriers so that I say thank you for the advice and the harsh advice, because honestly I needed it, because you're right. I didn't want to listen to, and I let my selfish needs get in the way of my family, my best friend, who I'm so glad to have back. As for me and Ron, we had a talk that led to an argument, and then more arguing. I think that I was just stupid. Well, I kind of was. Yeah, you kind of was. Maybe it was me being hurt and blaming everyone but myself. He told me that he has other kids, that child support is really killing him, and that he was sorry. But I'm fresh out of apologies. I'm done with this shit, and I will do what you have, and I will do what you advised me to do. And that's take care of my daughter and let no man dictate to me what is right for me and her. So we spent most of the day arguing, then he starts to cry as if that shit was going to work at all. All I can do is think about my mom, my bestie, and how truly this guy has issues. He wanted me to stay with him because he said he needed me, and that was the last time. But Icon, I didn't want any part of this fucked up life, because knowing that he got my bestie pregnant is bad enough. Because he doesn't really have a stable income, and she is just going to be another single woman Thanks to his old ass deadbeat, no job having ass baby daddy and old ass baby daddy. Huh. There's a lot of words there. So Icon, know that this email is ridiculously long, but please, I need more advice. And my bestie will also be listening as well. Thank you, Icon. So, so that was the letter from the follow-up show that we did. Family tree, more like a family traffic jam. So this young lady was clearly, she's clearly hurt by this gentleman that obviously wanted to take, I don't even know what the hell is happening, because this guy clearly took advantage of a situation that was clearly not right. And I think it was wrong. I think it was wrong because he knew this young lady when she was in high school. You dated her mother, and I'm trying to figure out. And this is the thing that kind of freaked me out when she first found the file. It's like he had this shit planned. It's like he wanted to somehow, I don't know, can't really say stay in the good graces, because if you're trying to stay with somebody, why would you want to move on to their daughter? I mean, help me understand this. Make that make sense. Why in God's name would you keep a file on the woman that you dated knowing she had a daughter? Now, I don't know if that's kind of some kind of fucked up fantasy that he had, but I think that's kind of disgusting. I think it's very disgusting that you would date your ex's daughter and you knew her, she was in high school. So clearly there might be some kind of, I don't know, sick kind of fetish, or I don't even think it's a fetish. I think it's just sick. So, you know, I'm glad that I got to follow up on this letter, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be more to come. But I hope this finds, wait, did she say, yeah, Racheal and Angela? I think that's, you know, the messed up thing is, I forgot what this young lady's name was. I'm trying to find this young girl's name. Yeah, Racheal. Okay, Miss Racheal. Okay, Miss Racheal. And her best friend's name was Angela. So, glad I got that right. In any event, Miss Racheal, I think what you're doing is somewhat taking responsibility for your actions, because you know that if you were to pursue going down this road, it would not end really well. It would end very badly, and ending very badly would be not good, because you have people that care about you. There should be no man that should come between your family and definitely the friend that you called a best friend for the better part of your childhood. I mean, come on. I mean, you apologized to her. That's a start. You went and told your mom. She was doubly pissed off. I get it. I understand, because I couldn't do that to my kids. That's like me dating one of my son's girlfriends, and I'm older than him. I mean, I don't even see why would you want to do some crazy shit like that. That's stupid. That's disgusting. I mean, I'm not that desperate. I mean, you shouldn't be that desperate neither. If things are not going to work out with the one you love, I mean, I get it. So I get it. You know, in family, and I think family is the hardest part, especially when you're dealing with somebody that you have dated, and you know, and then the other, and especially if there's, well, let's just say sisters involved, because I grew up with nothing but women, and I had nothing but women coming up. You know, my brother didn't get until 93. So, but my sisters never crossed each other into dating their boyfriend's ex or whatever. They never did that. I mean, that's just, it wasn't so much of a rule. It was just so much of respect for yourself. And when you have that kind of respect for yourself, and then you have that kind of mindset to say that I'm not going to do that, then that makes you a better person. Even though the men have tried, or the boys have tried, not men, they were boys. Boys have tried to do that to my sister, but they weren't going for it. And that's the kind of relationship you have to have. It doesn't matter if you are a single child or an only child. If you have a best friend that you consider, what I think you consider Mitch Angela to be a sister to you because you don't really talk about any other siblings. So I think that if you have her and she is like a good person to you and she's been there for you throughout the better years of high school, it sounds like you guys have been really close for some time. Don't let that kind of ruin what you have had with her, because it sounds like she was in the moment and telling you that this incident that happened in high school with this boy who's now turned gay, and you just should have took her at her word. But I think that what you're doing is respectful. I think what you're doing is admirable. And I think that you're showing some kind of responsibility for yourself. And it's good to show responsibility for yourself, because when you show responsibility for yourself, then in life, you know what you want to do and what you don't want to do. I mean, let's be honest. We all get lonely. We all don't want to be alone. We always want somebody to be with, because it's hard. It's hard being alone. It's hard being single. And in this world, you feel like some people feel like they don't have nothing to offer anybody, but you do have something to offer somebody, because it doesn't matter. And I think that the hard thing about being lonely is that the first guy you come across that genuinely shows you some interest, he might be okay. He might be good. Not saying he isn't, not saying he's not. But does he have your best interest at heart? I mean, let's be honest. This guy was a PI, for Christ's sake, and he wasn't a very good one. So it sounds like he's the one that needs to be investigated. He's got like multiple kids. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's going to be another follow-up letter after this. I'm almost positive there's going to be a follow-up letter after this. But I think that what you have done is not only commendable, but like I said, getting back to being lonely. I know we don't want to be alone in life, and I know that there's someone for everyone, if that makes any sense. Because in life, we don't want to be alone. And I know that from being alone, in my experience, it does kind of hurt. It's kind of salty because you see other relationships and you want that to be your life. Well, I want to get love the right way. I don't want to be rushed into love. And I think that when Mr. Ron asked you to marry him and you didn't know he was engaged until you found out that he was engaged to your best friend, he broke that off to be with you, I think you're making the right call. I think you're putting your feelings in check, your emotions in check, and you're looking out for those that's in your circle. Because let's be honest, Ron's not in your circle. I mean, he went through your mother, and now he went through your best friend, and now he went through you. The only good thing that came out of this is that you're not pregnant. And that's a good thing. I mean, it's just sad that one man has did so much damage to three women that knew each other. And I know that he knew you, and I know at some point, like you said, you guys might have been teenagers, so you guys probably weren't paying no attention. I get that. But he might have been paying attention to you and your friend. I mean, clearly, yes, I know you guys are adults and you guys are older, but to me, that's still kind of sick. That's something wrong. It's something messed up. I don't think I could ever do that. But I think what you have done and what you continue to do is not only the right way to go, but it's a good thing, because now you got your best friend back. Now, I hope that, even though I don't know what kind of father Ron's going to be, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to be the best father, because he's already got kids out there. I'm just so curious to know how many kids he had, because you didn't really say that in the letter. I mean, you said he was there for a paternity test. I mean, this guy clearly knows how to gain women, and I want to see what he looks like. I mean, I want to see him look like from my own essence. I'm not going to post him on social media to be like, hey, this is the guy. Y'all, when y'all see this, when you see this guy, stay the hell away from him. No, I'm not going to do that to him, because he's already doing it to himself. I mean, listen, guys like that don't last long. And if he's going from trailer to office, this guy clearly is not a good guy. So I hope that, and I know you said you let him go, you broke up with him. That's fine. That's good. And I mean, but you can't save everybody. So I'm hoping your paths don't ever cross again. But as far as your friend, Miss Angela, and she's about to have this guy's baby. I mean, that's kind of a hard pill to swallow because he's got other kids, and you know how old these other kids are. I mean, this guy, I forgot how old this guy was. Huh. I met him when he's 40 years old. I met this man that's 40-year-old. So yeah, I guess it says he's 40. Going back to my notes, it says that he's 40. So, hold on, y'all. I gotta get some of my tea. Yeah, I know I gotta drink my tea. That Red Diamond. So, hold on here. But getting back to what I was saying, it's just bad because, you know, you're both young. And, you know, what I try to tell my kids or my daughters or, you know, don't let any man entice you doing anything that you want to do. Yeah. And I don't care what you look like as a female. You should have standards. And I think the problem is with today's youth is, as I said before, you guys rush too quickly to jump into bed with somebody. I mean, that's just not me. That's not how we did it back in the day. Back in the day, we did it. Again, we talked, you know, we went out, we had fun. And then maybe by the third or fourth date, then you best believe we was probably in there. Yeah. Real talk. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But you got to understand, it's mad crazy because I still think there's something wrong with this guy. I mean, granted, you guys are old enough women now. You're older. I get it. But I don't even know if he was waiting for this opportunity. I don't even know if your paths are eventually meant to cross because I don't believe in that kind of fate. I believe that's kind of sick because, like I said, he kept a file on your mother and you didn't. I'm not sure. I don't, you know, maybe I don't think you didn't even question about that. But I would have questioned about that. I would have questioned about that, his kids, and how he came to know you, or how did he know that was your mother? Because he had to know. He had to know, damn it, he had to know. Oh my God, he had to know. But I think you deserve answers, and I think you should get the answers that you need because you said when you guys are arguing, you're not telling me what you talked about except that it was an argument that ensued. So if you want to write me back, which I'm sure you will, you're going to tell me what this argument's going to be about. Because I want to know, my listeners want to know, and maybe we can try to put some closure to this. Who knows? You know, put some closure to it, try to get away from it. But I know this is a chapter that you don't want to revisit. And I know it's a chapter that you want to get rid of and say, well, I want to be done with this. I want to move on. Well, you have done that. You have done that because I think what you're starting to understand now is that you're starting to realize is that this guy did you dirty. He did your mom dirty. And you come to find out about it, but you were ultimately going to stay with him until you told your mom, and then she told you. But that really shouldn't have been the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake should have been the moment he seen that file, and that you should have quickly said, well, how do you know this woman? Or better yet, how the hell do you know me? Because it feels like it's like a mind game this guy's playing with you guys. Because if he met your friend, and this is what I don't understand. I get the fact that, you know, you women are younger and some younger women want older men. I get it. Not a big deal. But there has to be some kind of level of maturity on your part as well as his part to say that, well, I don't think I can do this, or I can't date you because such and such, or because I tried to date your mother, but I end up dating your best friend's mother. There has to be some kind of, you know, accountability for that. There has to be, and if that was me, I don't think I could do that. I know I couldn't do that because that's disgusting. I mean, who the hell would do something like that? That's crazy work. That's disgusting. I don't know if any of my listeners could ever do something like that. But if you think that I'm wrong in what I'm saying, please chime in anytime. I mean, I'm just saying this is just my opinion. You know, my opinion, because I have daughters. And I wouldn't want my daughters to go through anything like that. And I'm sure my listeners wouldn't want their kids going through nothing like that. I mean, this is shit you only see on TV. You know, like on the Jerry Springer show. I don't know if y'all remember that show. That show was way wild. Like, whoa. But I think at the end of the day, I think that you got a lot of growing up to do. You still have a lot of growing up to do. I mean, listen, I'm 47 years old and I'm still learning life. You know, I'm still trying to teach my kids the way of life. And I'm still trying to teach my kids how to do what's right. And even when they're being done wrong, I still want them to come out okay. I don't want them to go crazy or try to kill somebody or try to do some harm to themselves or anybody else, because that's not the way they need to do things. I mean, back in our day, there used to be a thing called civil breakups. Now you got breakups all over TikTok, Facebook, IG. And Miss Racheal, please don't do that. Please don't. You know, it's okay to talk to somebody, but it's not okay to kind of like, and what I mean by put it out there, like, you know, broadcast it and, you know, you end up in jail. Well, he did this to me. You know, it's like this one chick I seen on, there was this video that I was scrolling through on TikTok, and this chick was, I mean, she bashed this guy's car and said he was a cheater, and the guy was at the restaurant. I don't know if you guys seen that video, but he was in the restaurant. He was just eating. He came out. He just had bought the car, but the dude played it cool. He just sat there, let her do damage the car, and then he did a follow-up video. The girl went to the girl's house. Chick said she was pregnant. She tried to run. I think the shit was hilarious. I think she got some jail time for that. But ultimately, the insurance paid for his car to get, you know, fixed. I mean, I probably would have just called it a loss, but you know, that's just me. But you know, whatever. But in any event, when somebody that hurt you, they didn't hurt you. Well, let me put this in another way. They may have hurt you, but you don't need to. Two wrongs don't make it right. You don't need to get even with them. The only way you can get even with them is by moving on, doing what's best for you, and when they see you in the future, which 9 times out of 10 they will, they'll see how good you're doing. They'll see how better your life has gotten since you left that problem behind. Because eventually, if you ignore the problem will this kind of problem will go away. And this man was a problem. He was a huge problem. I've never seen one person inflict so much pain on a mother and a daughter. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. Could have been 4th, but Miss Esther's like, I ain't playing it. I don't get down like that. My loyalty is to her best friend. And yes, I was going to say that you could take a note from your parents, from your mother, because the crazy thing is that, oh my gosh, I don't see even how this should even happen. Your father and her father left each other and decided to shack up. How does that even happen? What the hell? I mean, I wasn't really going to talk about that, but I was kind of intrigued by that you told me that her father and then your father left and they were the ones like getting it on in a hotel room. Geez, that's a lot to unpack in this story, but I clearly don't want to know about that. My viewers may, but I don't, but I don't really want to know that. But, oh, goodness gracious. Ooh, it's a lot to unpack in this letter, but you said that you weren't really mad at your father. That's good, but it would kind of sting me. I'm trying to figure out how the hell that even happened. That's weird, yo. But, I mean, you got... I don't know. It's what it is. But, hey. So... I mean, listen, we all have issues in life, right? We all have problems. Nobody is perfect, not even me. I'm not perfect. You know, I've done my share of dirt. I've done some things I'm not too proud of, but as day goes on, I still, you know, try to evolve myself to make sure I don't keep making those mistakes. I mean, I'm not a perfect man, even though in the eyes of some people I am considered perfect, but I don't claim to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be me. I mean, I think for the most part that people say I'm a good person, and I am a good person on some parts, or majority parts of my life. There's just one part of my life that I struggle with, and that's just, I can't really say being alone, but just the support of women and the company of women. I love women, but I love women not enough to, you know, do those kind of things to women, because that's not who I am. I don't really want to hurt anybody. I don't, you know, but in my lifetime, I have hurt a lot of people, and I have apologized for stuff like that, and I've done some things that I'm not too proud of, but I try to atone for that. You know, no male is perfect, no relationship is perfect, nothing is perfect. Everything is hard. Loving someone is hard work. So I think that what I'm trying to say is that I think that we're only human. And though I think being alone does suck, because I still miss the companionship of a woman. But I'm not going to go out here and try to do what Mr. Ron did, because even though my kids have friends, I'm not that kind of guy. That's just kind of sick to me. You know, I don't date a woman under a certain age. I mean, 25, maybe, but you know, I don't dip too low, because let's face it, when you're fresh out of high school and you're just coming out of high school, you don't really know how to navigate the world. I mean, you may think that the relationship that you have now, is what you want in the future, but let's be honest. When I started dating my wife, we were in high school and we were like high school sweethearts. Well, back then we didn't know the world was going to turn out the way it turned out. Would I have gone a different way? No, I wouldn't. I still would be married to my wife. God rest her soul, she was alive. But I would still go the same way that I'm going today. I mean, she gave me 6 beautiful kids. But as I said before, no one knew the world was going to turn out. No one knew that social media was going to blow up. And you young people today have so much, like, oh my God, it's like you have so much that you want to do, but you guys do it all the wrong freaking way. You get on social media, you post about this, you post about that, post about he's a cheater and this, that, and the other. Who the hell cares? I don't even look at shit like that. I mean, listen, I appreciate the letters because I want to try to help you, Miss Racheal and Miss Angela, to become better women. I mean, I don't look for no recognition off this. I just try to give out good advice. And the advice that I give is some experience that I follow, or some experience that I've seen that my sisters have followed. And I have a lot of sisters, and I try to tell them to do what's right. And as you get older, you start to get wiser. You start to think about things, and you start trying to figure out how to live your life the best way that you possibly can. Because let's face it, I don't think waking up arguing with somebody that you want to fight with every single damn day is just the key to everything. It's not. It really isn't. Jesus Lord. I mean, at some point, you got to get tired of fighting the same person every day, and you're arguing about nothing. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some of my tea. Y'all can probably hear my damn cat going crazy. So, as I said, you young people today could take a lot of notes from your parents or whoever. I would challenge you, Miss Racheal, to continue to work with your mother, continue to love your mother, continue to honor your mother and your father, even though he's gay and he's with your best friend's dad, but kind of a family affair. I don't really know. I mean, at least you know who he's doing. No, that's crazy. This is wild. I want to know more about this father and how they hooked up. Maybe he'll write the show. I don't know. I don't think he will, though, because I don't think he's going to listen to this. But I'm just trying to figure out how that all came about. I mean, excuse me, that's not my cup of tea. It's really not. But hey, it is what it is. So, Miss Racheal, Miss Angela, the sun is going to shine on you both again. Just have patience and just understand that life is what you make of it. You know, you're not going to be alone forever. But getting yourselves together, I think, Miss Racheal, since you have your best friend back, kind of be a support system for her. You know, she's about to have a baby by a no good dude that basically is doing her wrong. Clearly, they're not getting married, and you're not getting married to him, so that's a good thing. Depending on where he works, or even if you want to pursue that child support, I don't know, because it sounds like you don't want to do it, and she damn doesn't want to do it, and Miss Esther damn sure doesn't want to do it. All she probably was doing his ass 6 feet under. And I'm not condoning no kind of violence, but I can imagine Miss Esther's pain. But you are a grown woman, and this is what we call in life, we make mistakes. I'm not saying your child is a mistake. I'm just saying what you did was probably kind of a mistake. I don't know that's the thing. I don't know what these men can say to younger women that would just automatically get them in bed. I mean, clearly, if this guy came in looking like 100K, clearly you want to investigate more to try to see what he was about. You know, don't just, oh man, I don't get it. I don't pretend to be somebody that I'm not. I just pretend to be me, because being me is the most easiest. And the easiest thing is just being yourself. But I don't even think you got yourself trying to know this guy. And then this guy proposed to you, Miss Angela, and you said yes. And you said yes, but then he moved to a whole nother state. And I wonder why that is. I mean, clearly your mom might have had some kind of influence on that, which I probably think she might share in that, but hey, it is what it is. So I think there's going to be a lot of growing pains. There's going to be a lot of frustration. There's going to be a lot of heartache, especially when this child gets here. Because then when the child gets here, you're going to be more pissed off. Not with your child, but you're going to be pissed off because he's not going to be there. So I think you need a huge support system, and I'm pretty sure you have it. I think your mom, like you said, I don't think your mom's really mad at you. I think she was just mad at the situation that Ron has put her child through. And yes, you're a grown woman, but still, if this man tried to get with Miss Esther, knowing that he was dating your best friend's mother, clearly Miss Esther has all the knowledge and wisdom that you ever gonna need, because she's your mother. And your mother knows better. I mean, it sounds like you guys got a good upbringing. It sounds like everything is going good in your life. Just this one speed bump or this one roadkill on the road that you guys seem to run over that magically reappeared and reincarnated himself into a disgusting human of a man. But hey, whatever. I don't really know Mr. Ron, but if you want to play this back for him, maybe you might want to listen to the show or whatever. Maybe he might even want to write me. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. Not trying to make this too family affair, but because we got other shit we got to do here on the show. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm going to say this in closing. I think that what you did was right. I think that you shouldn't stop there. I think that you should continue to support each other, because it seems like the support is there. Don't let anybody come between you, your family, and your friends. Never let another man tear what you built apart. No, don't let him tear it down. The next time you two decide to date somebody, maybe vet this person. Go through this person with a fine-tooth comb. Just because you look like 100K doesn't mean you actually have 100K. Don't let none of that shit fool you. Women that I know are some of the best detectives ever, because they can get to anything and understand what anybody, and they can get the answer that they need. So, Miss Racheal, Miss Angela, I hope this podcast finds you well. I really do. And I really wish you both the best, especially you, Miss Angela, because you're about to have this man's baby. And I'm not saying you'll do anything crazy or anything wrong, because it sounds like that you have a good support system, you have a good family-based support system, and you have a best friend who was like your sister who really cares about you. And I think that if you have that, then continue to go with that. And I think that when you have what you have, you don't want to let that go. And that goes for you too, Miss Racheal. Because as I said, it's hard enough as it is that she's going to be alone. I mean, not alone as in the support system, but as alone in raising this child, because this child may or may not have a father. And that's sad. That's really sad. But this is the life or the hand that you've been dealt. So, but what I would challenge you both is to just continue to be in each other's lives, continue to support one another, continue to grow with one another, continue to help each other out. Because, Ms. Racheal, you already have a child. Thank God you're not pregnant with Ron's child, but you have a baby daddy or your child's father. I'm not sure what's going on with him, but I'm hopefully that you have worked it out amicably with him, and that you guys can continue to raise your child and support your child as co-parenting without the arguing, without the bickering, without the fighting, just peaceful co-parenting. So, you know, as hard as it was to, you know, understand your letter, I mean, I get it, but I've never been through the shit that you went through in this letter. I mean, that's kind of a lot to take in. But I think that as time goes on, I don't know if you'll even let Mr. Ron back in this life, in your child's life. I mean, if you do, don't fall for the okie doke. Don't fall for him saying, well, you know, and if he's buying you gifts or whatever, tell him no, buy his kids gifts. I mean, if he want to get you flowers or whatever, that's probably a stretch to me, but whatever. Because the crazy thing is, he said some of the most corniest shit, and that actually worked for some of you guys. That didn't work for me. I mean, well, I can't really say it didn't work for me because I'm not gay, but don't fall for anything. You know, stay vigilant, stay diligent, and stay understanding that this is the life that he's created for you. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to choose to go back to him because he's feeling some type of way? I don't give a shit. This man is homeless. He's got other kids. So how do you know there's not other women out there? How do you know? You don't know. So I think that it's going to be okay. I really do. I think there are brighter days ahead for both of you guys. And I think everything's going to be okay. So as we get ready to close this show out today, I want to say thank you to my listeners. Thank you for my supporters. As I keep thanking you on every podcast, because I'm going to keep doing it. Thank you for the downloads of the show. I appreciate you guys. Keep the letters coming. Keep the questions rolling. As I said, in coming weeks, I'm going to have a new co-host with me. She's going to rock it out with me. She's going to try to brighten things up, or maybe she's kind of like the bad side of me. No, just joking. I'm the good person. She's the bad person. Not really that kind of way, but she keeps it more real than me. I'm a Capricorn. She's a Capricorn. She goes by the name Queen, so it's going to be Icon and Queen. And I hope to have her here in coming weeks. Now, she does giveaways on Facebook. As I said before, I will put the links to my socials in my podcast. She's doing giveaways. I'm also going to do giveaways on Facebook, but the Facebook giveaways are going to be for, as of right now, my Filipino listeners and my Filipino friends. So you can follow me on any social medias: Facebook, TikTok, IG, all 3 pages of my IG. No, I'm just joking. You can follow whatever. But she does giveaways as well. Like, I think this giveaway that she's doing is something towards the airline or air tickets or whatever, but she does giveaways. I'm going a different way with my giveaways because I am so in tune with the people of the Philippines that I want to do something with them, because I do have some Philippine supporters that listen to my show as well. And I want to say I appreciate you guys for listening to the show. So, but she's going to do people over here in America. I'm going to do people in the Philippines. And we're just going to have fun with it. We're just going to rock out with it. So, as I said before, my follow-up show is going to be coming up. Working on that as well. This is a real treat because I usually don't do podcasts on Monday. I only do them on Saturdays or over the weekends. But if you're hearing it, if you're looking at me live on Buzzcast and Facebook, then you know you're getting an exclusive sneak peek into the podcast, because everybody else, if you're not listening now, then it's going to come out on Wednesday. So episodes are going to try to be released every Wednesday. Sometimes I don't always get it right, but I'm working on it. You know, I got so much shit I'm working on. You know, it's hard being a father. It's hard being a single father. Nah, but it's all good though. You know, I love being a father. I love being a parent. And though sometimes loneliness tries to get to you, but I know what I have here, and I know I don't want nobody to take that away from me. So, as I said to you before, Miss Angela, Miss Racheal, I think you guys are on the correct path. You guys are on a good path. So stay true to each other. Stay humble. stay diligent in choosing your next suitor, because keep in mind, just because you choose somebody doesn't mean they're going to be the father that you want them to be. Because I know that's what Mr. Ron said to you, Miss Racheal, is that he could be your child's father and be the father that she's never had. Well, he can't even be a father. So I'm not going to get off topic. I'm not going to get off subject because it's time for me to close the show out. But let's just say that you got to choose your frogs carefully, because not every frog you kiss is going to turn into a prince. Some are just toads. Real talk. Ah, yes. So, I am also still working on my streaming, which I should be across all platforms here in the next coming weeks. So I just won't only be on Buzzcast, but I'll be on Twitch, I'll be on YouTube, I'll be on TikTok, I'll be on Facebook, and I'll be streaming all from one location. Because right now I'm trying to stream on Facebook and Buzzcast, but the people in Buzzcast can hear the music playing in the background, yada yada yada, woo woo. But my people in Facebook can't really hear anything, which is what I'm speaking, which is on microphone. So, you guys have been amazing. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the share. If you want to follow my page so you can also get in on the giveaways, I am Icon on Facebook. Follow my page. Know what the giveaway is for. But this week's giveaway is going to be for Jollibee. 2 families will get a $1,000 e-gift card for Jollibee if they can tell me their favorite podcast and why. About me. It's all about me. Me. I'm kidding. I'm joking. So, all right. Well, we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up here because, unfortunately, I have to go to work tomorrow. No, it's all good though. But I want to say thank you guys for listening to the show. I am Icon. The show is called Let's Talk About It. Any questions, concerns, complaints, letters, d6empire357@gmail.com. I hope to get some interaction going on one of these shows. I mean, I got a lot of listeners, but nobody's giving me no feedback. Come on, guys, chime in. Tell me what you think. But it's all good, though. I appreciate you guys listening. And I appreciate you guys tuning into the show. So until next time, y'all take care of yourself and each other. For now, y'all can just groove out with this. I Can See the Harbor by Major Tweaks. So, y'all have a good one.